GPs are an obstacle to life-changing healthcare for women in England, a Spark News investigation has found. We've spoken to women across England who say they've taken serious problems to their GPs, only to be dismissed, have those problems trivialised, or be offered symptom-masking medications. There's widespread concern that the NHS are failing women and girls nationwide.
Instead of really talking about my depression, it was just passed off as stress. I just constantly was told that my BMI was high, and it's caused a lot of medical anxiety to this day.
From a young age, Hermione was seeking support with frequent blackouts and fainting, and after many attempts to be heard by her GP, was diagnosed with POTS.
All the times that they'd tell me, you're just anxious over school, you're anxious over friends, you're anxious over boyfriends. It was such a gender stereotype. I felt like I was being painted as a hysteric female.
If you want to see a gynaecologist who is most likely a man, because in my area most of our gynaecologists are men, you are going to be on about a 4 to 5 year waiting list. So she did say to me, if you've got private healthcare, you could see a gynaecologist within the next couple of months. There was no other option for me to I could either bleed for 2 weeks straight, or I could go on hormonal contraception to just stop my periods.
I ended up actually having to sort of go private to get to the bottom of my PCOS, what turned out to be my PCOS diagnosis.
Our research shows that the key to this could lie within how nurses and doctors are being trained.
We concluded, yes, there is a gap in kind of like gender health experiences, and that women, they live longer than men on average, but they have more years of their life in poor health than men. That was the only time it was ever mentioned in kind of my 4 years of being at med school.
I think a lot more education's needed, a lot more training surround especially women's specific related conditions like endometriosis.
And what do you think needs to be done going forward to aim to really close that gender health gap?
More funding needs to go into it, more research needs to be done, especially around things like endometriosis, for example, because women go years where they're suffering and they're almost fighting for a diagnosis, and it shouldn't be like that. Start with med students. Like, why am I not being taught more in med school about this?
GPs and doctors is still quite a male dominated area, so they can't really understand what it's like as a woman.
We have contacted the NHS for comment.